The Nokia 8.3 has been the first Nokia Android device to receive the Android 11 update. And in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the improvements and differences compared to the Android 10 version found on the 5.4 here, as well as highlight my experience, as well as some of the issues that I faced. So let's get straight into it. Before we do that, I'd really appreciate if you guys can subscribe to the channel. It would help feed 3 very fat cats, and I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Just kidding, they're not fat, they just have big bones. So the first thing you'll notice with Android 11 is that there are new animations now. So for example, when you want to bring down the notification shade, you'll notice a very subtle movement in the background as compared to a more static background on Android 10. The second thing is, of course, the notifications. So now notifications are a bit more organized. So you have the conversations, for example, at the top, while here you're getting it sort of as soon as you get the notification, it just pops up at the very top. So it isn't as organized. So here you have the conversations, and it divides all the conversations according to the app. So you have WhatsApp, messages, etc. And then at the bottom, you find all the silent notifications, and there is a more notable gap between the different categorizations. So as you can see here, it says silent, here silent notifications, it's a bit less obvious. And then there is the music controls. So the music controls stick to the top, and you also have the ability to determine where the music is playing from. So here, if you press on phone speaker, for example, it will tell you where you want to play the media from. This wasn't present on Android 10. So with the notifications as well, there are better options in order to quickly respond to notifications. And when you click on reply, you can immediately reply. This was present before, but it's now better implemented with the ability to mark conversations as read. The other thing is, now when you swipe down from the top to access the quick toggles, you only have 2 rows versus 3 rows on Android 10. This is not, in my opinion, an improvement, as it makes you have to swipe in order to access more of the quick toggle notifications, but this is a change compared to how Android 10 used to do things. The other notable difference is when it comes to the multitasking view. So with Android 11, what an excellent way to demonstrate that there are bugs in Android 11. Okay. Another notable difference is when you're trying to access the multitasking view. So with Android 11, the windows for the multitasking are bigger, and there are no longer the most recent used apps or the Google search functionality. You also have the ability to directly create a screenshot from the multitasking view of every application, which is a nice touch. Then there are darker backgrounds in the app drawer. So as you can see, it's almost completely black on Android 11, while it's more of a dark gray on Android 10. I think this is a very welcome addition and would make a lot more sense on OLED displays. The other notable difference is when you're trying to take a screenshot. So with Android 10, when you want to take a screenshot, as you can see, you take a screenshot and then the option to do anything with it goes to the notification bar. So you can share it and view it from here. While on Android 11, when you want to take a screenshot, you get the option to immediately share it or edit it on the go with this small icon. Android 11 also finally brings support for screen recording from the native experience, so you don't have to rely on third-party applications anymore, and you can find them within the notification toggles in the hidden menus, and then you drag it out, and then you can record and it works as you'd expect. Something else they've added is messaging bubbles. So if you used Facebook Messenger, you'd know how this works, where you get a bubble that floats on top of other applications, and you can send messages directly from it. So you can find it here in the apps notifications, advanced notifications, and then here, conversation bubbles, and allows apps to show bubbles. And another feature they added that I really like is notification history. So it's also found here, and you have to enable it. And once you enable it, it shows you a history of all the applications that you've received in the notification bar. So if you've accidentally swiped on a notification, you'll be able to access it from here. And it also shows you the notifications that were silent and didn't even show up on the notification bar. So that's quite a cool feature. Then there is the switching off/restart screen. So when you long press on the power button on Android 10, you get this small action prompt here on the side to take a screenshot, to restart, power off, or to access emergency. On Android 11, when you do the same thing, you get full screen where you can access all your Google payment methods and a new iconography and design for power off, emergency, and the restart button. You can also access home controls from within this app, from within this screen, but I don't have any smart home applications to show it off. There are also slightly different icons when it comes to the settings. So first of all, again, the background is a bit darker on Android 11. And when you're in dark mode, you get black icon designs as opposed to the white standard icon designs on Android 10. Another thing they've added is that whenever you access an application that you haven't used in a while, it will ask you once again to grant the application permission to access your location, for example. Okay, now let me talk to you a bit about the experience of Android 11. So overall, I would say it's been decent. It's not as robust as a software as Android 10. I mean, there are still a few bugs here and there. I've noticed a bug where when the battery percentage becomes, let's say, below 20%, app crashes become more frequent, and you'll get these pop-up of apps crashing when you don't know what's going on. This is a very minor issue, but it is something that I fully expect them to fix with a software update. There's also an issue where if you receive a phone call, it takes longer than usual to give you the contact's name. So it will display the contact's phone number, and it will take a few seconds in order to recognize who that number is associated with in your contacts. This is quite an annoying issue, and I hope they manage to fix it soon. Another thing is that sometimes that call screen would get stuck, so you end up with like a dark screen, and this is an issue with the dialer application. And in order to answer the call, you have to swipe down from the notification and answer from the prompt that you get there. Something that seems to be a bit better now is that I previously had some issue with the 4G, 5G connection when I leave the house and it cuts off, when you're in the lift. And then sometimes it takes longer than usual for it to reconnect to the 4G, 5G networks. And that seems to be mostly fixed now. So I haven't faced this issue again. Speed and general overall performance has been almost exactly the same. I didn't notice any particular difference or improvement. Overall, I like some of the small improvements they've done. I feel like it definitely helps with the usability quite a bit, but the update is very, very minor. So if you still haven't received it, trust me, you're not missing out on anything major. Anyways, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.